Okay, let's begin drawing our Zentangle. For this project, I'm using a white sheet of paper, and I'm drawing with a black marker just so you can see what I'm drawing and so that you can follow along with me. But I do suggest that you use a pencil with an eraser. The eraser is your friend, so that if you make mistakes, you can erase them. Okay, so let's start. So the first step in drawing your Zentangle will be to draw big lines that go across your entire page. Now they can be straight lines or they can be squiggle lines. You can choose the type of line that you want. But they need to go across your entire page. So I'm going to do some up and down. And I'm going to do some side to side. And you do want your lines to run into each other. So you want to go across your lines and draw over them. You don't need a lot of lines, just some. Alright, so as you can see, I have lines going throughout my paper, all over. But now I want you to draw your favorite shape in the center. You can draw any shape. You could even make up a shape if you want. You could do a square. You could do a triangle, a rectangle. You could draw a star. You could draw a heart. You could draw a squiggly made up thing. You do what you want. I like hearts, so I'm going to draw a heart today. All right, so now that I have my shape and all my lines drawn, this is the part where we're going to add patterns into our drawing. That's what makes this a Zentangle. So in every single one of these spots, you're going to have a different pattern. So I will draw a couple for you, just so that you can see what we're doing. So we'll draw a pattern here to start off. And I'm going to do a different pattern right next to it. And if you don't know what patterns to draw, once we're finished with the video, I will put a picture up of a bunch of different patterns that you can use to give you some ideas. But you can also make up your own patterns if you want. Just make sure that it's a pattern and that you have lines or shapes repeating over and over again. See how the circles repeat over and over again? That's a circle pattern. See how the lines repeat over and over again? That is a line pattern. I'm going to show you another pattern with dots. See, that can work too. This is also a pattern because they repeat over and over again. Now, I want you to have a lot of different patterns in your work, but you can use a pattern more than once. But do not use the same pattern next to each other. So do not put, if you use lines, I wouldn't want you to put lines here. If you use another circle pattern, don't put it here or in any of these or whatever within the shape that you draw. So I'm going to reuse the circle pattern, but I'm going to use it down here. See how it's not next to it? Make sure that you have different patterns next to each other. Yep. You could definitely reuse patterns so you don't run out of ideas. But you can also do a completely different pattern in every single block if you want. And I'll just add dots here, just to give you an idea. See how I'm repeating them, but they're not next to each other. So hopefully you get the idea of what we're doing. I want you to cover this entire page. Fill every single space in with different patterns. Now after that, if you want, you can color it in. You can color it in just using your pencil or pen or marker, whatever you're drawing with, or you can color it in using colors, but you do not have to. You do not have to color in your Zentangle. So at this point, I'm going to show you my finished project. Then I'm going to put up the original line drawing for you to look at, along with the picture of some patterns, so that it can help you and give you ideas while you continue to work on your own Zentangle.